Reporting live from London, I'm your correspondent Hilia Elu, and I will sort of be taking you through a couple of things that I have now discovered having settled in London for a couple of months. Over to you, Hilia. It is important for me to declare and decree. Now I'm 26, so it's not quite a life anymore unless I'm going to live until 104, and I just needed to disclose that before anyone sues me for fraud or deception. Do you know that someone once sued McDonald's for burning from the coffee because they didn't disclose properly that the coffee was scalding hot as opposed to just hot? The purpose of this video is to speak about settling in London. How cold is it here? As we speak today, it is -2 degrees. In other cities across the UK, it has begun to snow. It has not begun to snow in London, so I'm feeling very much deceived. I will be suing things to, protect you from the cold. So I have this jacket. It's from Uniqlo, U with a Q. They are affordable jackets. Specifically mine is a down jacket, which means it has feathers in the fillings. It's really light, but it's also super warm, and they come with this little pouch thing that's that small, so technically you can roll up the jacket and put it in that pouch when you're not wearing it, which will obviously come in handy when you need to pack to go home and stuff all the things that you bought into your bags. Another store that seems to be very handy is TK Maxx. Pretty good stuff. They have pretty good stuff. Blankets is a big deal. I bought my duvet here, and then there's a thing called Togs, which I did look up, but basically it's like the heat, the thermal insulation of the blanket. Well, mine is 13 Togs, but apparently a good blanket might be like 10 Togs. Yeah, 10 Togs and up, I feel like that's good. So just check the Togs when you're buying a duvet. So you need to register with the National Health Service. Because of COVID and restrictions, I just looked for the closest one in my area. I went onto their website, emailed them, they emailed me back a form, and I'm sorted. I am now registered to collect meds. I haven't been sick yet, so I don't actually know how they work, but hopefully I won't get sick. Transport, Uber is pricey compared to other modes of transport. Cool thing is the bus is £1.5 everywhere. Like one bus from the north of London to the south of London. In general, actually, if you change buses within an hour, your second bus will also be free, or it will be included in the first 1.5, and this is obviously to help people that have connecting stops. So that's pretty cool. You can get a card, an Oyster card, which is like this blue train card, or you can use your normal bank card, provided that your bank card has that wireless sign. You can just tap. There's no cash on the buses. So same with the trains. Certain train routes have certain prices. A very useful app for transport in general is City Mapper. Then it will give you the different routes, the different route options. You could take a whole bus for 77 minutes, which in the price as well, or you could take a bus and a train and a what, and then this includes a 16-minute walk and this what. So that's pretty useful for comparison. And I wouldn't say they're great for when you're walking. If you're just walking to a place, I definitely should swap back to Google Maps because it's nicer, I feel. But do you? Google Maps and me. Slightly weirdly, at home we always ask did you get home safe when someone goes home? And here people don't ask. I mean, maybe people don't care about me. I think people also just sort of expect that you'll get home safe because public transport is safe. So that's pretty cool. I forgot to mention the Santander cycles that you can rent for £2 for 30 minutes using their app. Or you could just bring your own bicycle and cycle through all the bicycle lanes all around London. Food. It is 100% cheaper to eat at home. It is what it is. Other apps that have obviously proven useful will be like Uber Eats. If you order stuff, Deliveroo if you order. There's I think another one called Just Eat that I haven't tried. Pub Finder if you need to find pubs when pubs open. Open Table if you need to find restaurants. These are things that I actually haven't used. Those two I haven't used those yet actually because everything's been closed. But a cool one that I did find is called Trash Nothing. It's actually pretty cool. So it seems like there's a situation where if you have something to throw away, you wouldn't just like throw it in the bin. Something you don't want that is useful, like a mattress, you would just like put it outside and then people can come get it. Like people just like take stuff, I mean, type of thing. Like, yeah, just walk by, you see a couch there, you can just take it with you. It would be very funny if someone just took it out to sweep and come and then you just like jack it. I mean, you technically you didn't jack it because you thought they were giving it. Anyways, you can take a photo and put it on Trash Nothing or on FreeCycle, and then other people on the app can say, you know, hey, you know, I really want that chair, let me come and pick it up. And then you can be like, perfect, come and pick it up. Yeah, so I think that's a pretty useful thing if you're starting in a place that is unfurnished and you need to like get specific things. Like you can even request, like, I'm looking for a office desk or whatever, and then someone can be like, oh yeah, we're moving. People have put up like kitchen cupboards on that app, like, oh yeah, we're renovating our house, so therefore washing machines, like, okay, voucher codes, voucher, any of those funny ones. Groupon might not be Groupon. Basically, these are apps where you can get like a free code for something, like a discount code for something when you're shopping. Sometimes, okay, it's worked like twice. Always want to save more money. Another thing to casually mention is that if you are coming to this city, learn how to do your own hair, because Exhibit A,